Well, last year I was out with an injury the whole season, but I mean, we know coming into the season we have a tough schedule. We just got to learn to compete and play with those big schools and learn how to win games the way we can.
Obviously, historically, Coach Mannigel's offense, you throw the football an awful lot, so a lot hinges on the quarterback position. What do you bring to that position, and how do you look to set the tone for this team offensively heading into a new year?
Setting the tone, I would say just bring in leadership and try and lead the guys in the best way we can all be led. And I would just say bring in leadership.
When you take a look at I know it's only day 2, but you guys have been together in the weight room, conditioning, all that stuff throughout the course of the summer. What have you liked about this group of cadets leading into the season that has you think of positive thoughts?
This group is definitely different than any other year I've been a part of this program. I mean, the guys get together and they work well together, and we have good chemistry, and we put a lot of work in this offseason.
Knowing that you graduated a lot of guys, but as a senior, it's kind of your time to shine, especially a guy who sat out last season with an injury. How excited are you to lead this team, and what are you most looking forward to about this upcoming season, given that it'll be a new opportunity for these seniors and specifically yourself?
Oh, yeah, I'm very excited. I mean, missing a whole year, it makes you want it even more. It makes you want to go out and try your hardest, play your best.
Who are some of the guys that you really liked offensively and who are going to step into bigger roles for this Concordia offense heading into this season?
And it's hard to just pick a few guys, but I mean, we got some wide receivers with really good skills. I mean, we got Avery Cook, he's a junior. He's got good hands. He runs his routes well, he plays hard. We got other guys on defense too that they just play hard. They like playing football hard.
Final question, if there's an X factor or something this season hinges upon for this Concordia football program, what would that be in your eyes?
Sorry, say that again.
If there's like a key or an X factor for this team this season, what do you think that would be for Concordia?
Coming out with confidence. You can't come out flat, especially against the teams we play with our schedule. We have to come out with confidence that we can compete with them.
I mean, we all like to compete, and we all work really hard. We're all bought into the program, so it helps out a lot.
What's been the message of Coach Mannigel throughout the offseason leading into this 2023 season?
Just to continue to improve and work as hard as we can in the weight room and just things like that.
Obviously, you guys had a talented senior class that graduated last year. So now that it's your guys' team, what are you most looking forward to, and what are going to be some of the keys to keeping up the level of competition that you want to have at Concordia so that you can have success on Friday nights?
We had a lot of seniors last year, so leadership's going to be a big thing this year. Who can step up and lead us on offense and lead us on defense, and I think that's going to be one of the biggest keys for us.
Give me some of the names and positions of guys on the defensive side of the football that have impressed you that are going to be stepping into bigger roles this coming season.
Zane Boltemeyer, he plays one of our safeties. He's been working really hard. Evan Stipp, he's a safety too. And then Zach Spielman at linebacker. Those are just some guys that really fill their roles and can play.
For you guys being young, what's the message that you give guys that have experience like yourself? What's the message you give to some of these younger guys that are going to be getting really their first taste of like varsity SAC football on Friday night this coming fall?
Just go out there and play. Don't be nervous. Just play your game.
On the offensive side of the football, obviously you replaced your quarterback and a number of wide receivers. How are things going offensively, and are you guys starting to kind of find your way and gel perhaps on that side of the football?
Yeah. We just got to keep working, and it'll all come.
Good deal. Final question, what are you most looking forward to about this upcoming season?
I think we can compete with the teams in our sectional this year, and hopefully we can get a sectional championship.
What do you like about this group of cadets entering this new season that has you think of positive thoughts for this fall?
I think we've all worked pretty hard in the off-season because we know a lot of us are going to have to step up into bigger roles, and I think we bring a lot of energy.
Yeah, knowing that there are a lot of young guys on this roster, and you're one of the guys with varsity experience, what do you tell some of the younger guys that are going to get their first taste of real varsity action in the SAC on Friday nights?
I mean, they're you're going to be nervous, it is nerve-wracking, but you got to trust yourself, the work you put in the off-season, and you'll be just fine.
For you guys, let's talk about the offense. What have you liked about, you're obviously breaking in a new starting quarterback. What do you like about this team offensively so far in camp and leading into this upcoming season?
I know our line is young, but they're pretty big. They got some size to them, and I think our new QB, Carter Ripke, looks really good. And we have a few guys on the outside that can make some plays. So we're a little inexperienced, but we can make plays.
Did you play defense as well, is what you said?
No,
just an offensive guy.
Yeah.
So for this Concordia team, obviously you throw the ball around quite a bit, at least in Coach Mannigel's history, he does. What's the key to making sure that you're on the same page, knowing that you have so many new parts heading into a new season? How do you make sure that you guys are ready to go from day one and have gelled in the off season?
Coach Mannigel just keeps preaching to us like it's not going to be easy. You know, we kind of lost some talent from years past, but like it's not going to be easy. But we have to come in every day, every practice. It all counts. We got to make every rep count.
Obviously Concordia as the 3A school is one of the smaller schools enrollment-wise in the SAC. With the SAC breaking now into like bigger schools and smaller schools.
Yeah.
Does that give you guys like a little more pep in the step, knowing that, okay, we don't have to compete against like 6A schools for a conference title. We're competing against schools our size or at least closer to our size?
I think it brings a little bit of excitement getting to play like a couple new teams this year. But at the same time, we still have a lot of the regular tough teams that we play. So, we're staying just like any other season, not treating it really any differently.
Final question for me. In your eyes, if there's one key to the season for Concordia as a whole, what would that be to you?
I think it's just I think it just comes down to our effort. Like, I don't think the results on the scoreboard sometimes are really going to show how good we are or how much we're improving as a team. We just got to, every game, give our best effort, and it should carry into sectionals by the end of the year.
What do you like about this group of cadets as we enter a new season here at Concordia?
Well, it has been the best summer we've had really since I've been here. Got here in 1997, so that's 26 seasons worth. The commitment that these guys have shown, really starting in January, extending through May, and then into the summer months has been awesome. You couldn't ask much more than what they've given us. So that sets the foundation for your season. 60% of your season is probably decided by the time August 1st, in this case July 31st, rolls around, and our 60% has been pretty good. I don't know what that means for us in terms of the regular season, but it can't hurt. So it's been great.
It looks like you have pretty good numbers out here, but they're young. So
yeah.
How do you approach this season? I think what I saw, 3 seniors?
Correct.
Is that what I saw on the
yeah.
roster?
Yeah, 3 seniors, and 2 of the 3 didn't even play last year due to injury. So you're looking at really, we've got some guys who played last year, but I think it'd be fair to say we're inexperienced. Certainly young. We're going to play a lot of young kids, maybe even some freshmen, and that's probably not the greatest recipe for success. But then you incorporate what we've done in the offseason, you think, well, we're giving ourselves a chance. So yeah, there's going to be some growing pains most likely for the cadets this year, but I'm excited. I think we've got a lot of potential.
When you take a look at this team defensively, I guess James and Grant were kind of the heart of your defense last year, is how I would describe them. How do you go about replacing guys on the defensive side of football? Because I know everybody likes to score points, but defense wins championships, as they say. Where do you look defensively for some guys that are going to step into big roles?
Oh, guys like Avery Cook, Zach Spielman, they're going to have to be players for us. And then Evan Stipp is a kid who played some last year. He's played a good free safety already. And then some younger guys that just haven't played before. I do think defensively, at least right now, we're ahead of the game. I think offensively it's a little bumpier right now, which is probably typical for a lot of teams in camp. So it's tough to answer your question because I don't necessarily know either. We'll see who rises, who plays well on a Friday night. We're going to find out right along with the rest of everyone else.
You characterize your offense as a spread, correct?
Correct.
So quarterback position has always been paramount in Concordia's offense. Now that you're breaking in Landon, right, as a starter, Ripke.
Carter. Yeah.
Ripke. How has he taken to that position? I know he said that he missed most of last season because of an injury.
So he's one of those 3. Yeah.
So how has he taken kind of the lead for you offensively, and how does he set the tone for what you want to do?
Well, I think it's important to say here that he hadn't won the job yet. Okay. So, it was we really opened it up this summer. We had 3 kids really who were vying for that job, tried to give them equal opportunities to win it. I think it's fair to say right now Carter has the lead in that battle, but it's not been decided. And I like the fact that the other 2 kids are still, they're coming out here and they're working hard and having good days. Carter shows really good leadership. He has embraced the mantle of leader. He was elected a captain, controls the huddle nicely. So I think all of that is good. He's not ever played a game of quarterback, so that's clearly not a great thing for you, for the team. But I think he has enough intangible. There are enough intangibles with him that we have a kid there who could do a good job for us.
For you guys, if there's one X factor or one key for Concordia to have a successful season, what would that be for you guys?
The youth are rising. I mean, it's grueling, our schedule, and the two we have outside of conference are difficult as well. So we get no breaks throughout the course of the season. How do our youth, how do our young kids, how do they handle the day in, day out rigors of an SAC schedule? If they handle it well, it's good for the program this year and moving forward. If they don't, I mean, it's going to be a long season.